Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Love by Design TV. I'm Karen Chaston, the show host and executive producer of this groundbreaking TV show, because it truly is a place where you will learn to live and love each and every day, to love who you are, to love your life and to create your dreams faster. And today I feel so honoured to have the beautiful Bianca Caruana in the studio with me today. Welcome, Bianca.
Thanks so much, Karen. I'm really looking forward to being on the show.
I know, she is an amazing lady. And not only is she an amazing lady, she's actually a digital nomad. Now come on, Bianca, what the hell is a digital nomad?
Well, a digital nomad is basically somebody who can work from anywhere in the world. So we live in this world now where everything is online, and a few of us who work in that industry can have the privilege of doing their work from anywhere in the world, hence nomad.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Like, I think you've made that name up. Or is it actually a name where people are actually called that now?
People are actually called that now. So it's become a growing community of people who have chosen to live a life that's on the road and incorporate their work while traveling.
Isn't that amazing? You have to love the world we live in. Like, seriously, when I was your age, and you're very young. Do you want to tell everyone how young you are?
I'm 32.
Now, how young is that and how beautiful is
Great
that?
age, love it.
It is a great age.
It is.
Actually, your 30s are a really great, it's a great stage where you can actually start to design the life that you truly want.
Mm-hmm.
In your 20s, you're still very much finding who you are and, trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas come your 30s, it's a perfect time to actually start to design your live, love way of life, as I love to say. And you're certainly doing that. Like, the fact that you're a digital nomad, I think it's so cool.
Thank you.
So exactly what do you do? Because obviously there's different sorts of digital nomads.
So my background is in digital marketing and web. So I'm a virtual assistant where I basically help people I'm an extension of their team basically. So I provide them with services like digital marketing, sometimes admin, anything that they can do online, I can do for them. But it's just an extension of their team because we live in this world where we just sometimes don't have time to do these things. And I think a lot of people, if you don't have another employee in your business, especially a lot of small businesses, they really struggle to move forward because there's these things that they just don't have time to do. And so as a virtual assistant, I am that person who can do those things.
So so traveling the world and doing this, is travel one of your key things to do? Is it your passion?
Yes, so travel is a huge passion of mine. I'm very active, or for the past 3 years, I've been very active in the responsible tourism space. So basically sharing with others how they can use travel to make a positive impact on the lives of others in any country really, as even developing countries, and also how they can use sustainable travel to make a positive impact on the places that they visit.
So what is an example of sustainable travel for our viewers?
An example of sustainable travel would be, for example, if you were traveling to a region, instead of maybe spending all your time in a very popular 5-star hotel, maybe you could research some homestays in the areas, stay with a local family, and that way the money that you're spending in this place is really directly going to the local community rather than being filtered through a middleman, and kind of helping these communities that may not have income generation to be able to get that through tourism.
Wow, what a great idea, because I've also found that when you travel and you hang out with the locals, you always get to go to different places that you would never have gone to, and you see a different side of the city or the place where you are through doing that.
Yeah, it's so authentic. I mean, some of the experience that I have had are just so authentic. You really get to interact with the locals, eat the local food, and it's just this whole other way of traveling that I think at one time people were a bit scared of that, but now the internet's came in, everyone's just so open to connecting and being able, it's quite easy to have these kind of experiences and safe as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. And so do you do a blog on that to help people to find like where to do that? Because I'm sure some areas in the world you would recommend you don't do it there.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so there's definitely some things that you need to consider, but I have a blog. So the blog is called The Altruistic Traveller, and it's basically about incorporating travel and altruism, which is selflessness. And this blog has always been so important to me, and for so long I was thinking, how am I going to put all this effort into this blog, but also have my income stream, and be able to be in these places and also be able to have that income stream rather than having to be in Sydney, waiting for so long, and then temporarily going to these places and coming back.
So let's talk about that. What did you do before? Like you mentioned that you were always in digital marketing, but what made you decide to actually say, do you know what? I'm going to stop my 9-to-5 job, which never was 9 to 5, of course, and I'm going to go and do and combine my passion with my purpose and get it all together and travel the world doing what I love.
Well, a few different incidents, I suppose, and one of them was working with you.
Oh, thank you.
To really kind of map out how I'm going to do this and change my mindset to I can't do this to I can do this.
Yes, the old turning the impossible into possible.
Exactly.
And it happened really quickly, didn't it? Because we only really had a month of conversations, and it was just questions.
Yeah.
And that's what I always say. Your life always comes down to the questions that you're asking yourself. Because when you start to ask questions, the answers are going to be revealed. And through the answers, you get the action steps. And through taking those action steps, now that's the most important part of it, you've got to actually do the action steps, you will birth your new live, love way of life. And that's exactly what you did. You were a pleasure to work with because you actually took all the action steps. Everything I asked you to do, you did. And it was a lot of soul searching, wasn't it?
It was a lot of soul searching, and it wasn't really that difficult. When you kind of sit with yourself and have a conversation with yourself and really ask yourself these raw questions, and actually one of my favorite exercises was the automatic writing one, where you just kind of let yourself sit with yourself and really get the answers to these questions that you have inside. What do you really want? When do you want to achieve it by? That was very important.
Yes.
I think having a tangible date to say, by this date, for me it was actually September 30th, I said, I want to be on the path to where I can have these both of these important things in my life.
And what date did it come?
I actually left my last job. I gave my notice, I think it would have been around the 15th of September. So it was
So
early.
you came in 2 weeks early. But
Yeah.
it is about connecting to future you
Yes.
and saying, will future me be happy if this is all I do for the rest of my life?
Mm-hmm.
And what did future you say to you?
Well, I knew, future me, I knew that this is where I wanted to be. And look, it's not going to be, I'm not 100% sure of what the future will hold, but I'm not scared because I just know that I am absolutely 100% living my truth. And, if it doesn't go 100% according to plan, that's fine. But I know that I'm willing to take those chances and to actually try and walk that path, because if I sat in that job and I never did that, then how would I ever know?
Exactly. And that's what I love. And I can tell you right now, it is not going to go the way that you plan it, because we don't know what we don't know. It's going to be bigger and better. It's
Yeah.
going to be amazing because you're going to learn so many lessons along the way that you can't possibly know where you're going to be. And that's the best thing about it. You're a smart girl. You will look after yourself. And you actually even know how to manifest things. Obviously, she did it 2 weeks earlier than planned. But it's believing in who you are.
Yeah.
And that's what this really comes down to. That's what I love about Live Love by Design. And you honestly are my ideal, perfect person to work with. Because you still are in that I'm willing to learn phase. Now, a lot of people, the older they get, they know everything. And believe me, they don't. I wish I did. No, I don't. I actually like the fact that I don't know everything because I know that I'm going to learn to the day that I pass, to the day I go on to my next adventure. And when we embrace that, we actually are so willing to change and to know that like the world is so amazing. Like, believe me, when I was born in the late 50s. Like, there's no way I would have thought, we're here filming a TV show on my camera, on my phone. Like, how easy is that?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And we can touch people all over the world with these amazing ideas. Like, you know, digital nomad. I know I've got to get over it. I just think it's so
really
hilarious.
cool. I love a digital nomad. It's cool. I love the term.
It is, because it describes you to a T. But not only that, it lights you up. Every time you say it or hear it, you just get the biggest smile on your face. And I have to say, I heard this saying the other day, which I really do embrace it. And I really would like all women to embrace this. The best makeup any woman can wear is a smile. Now, isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Because how many women don't smile? Did you smile much when you were in your 9-to-5 job?
Oh, not so much. I think when I didn't believe that I could do the things that I wanted to do, I probably didn't smile as much.
Exactly.
But, you know, there's this kind of light that comes out when you actually start believing in yourself. And it's interesting that we were talking about being in your 30s versus being in your 20s.
Yes.
I did not believe in myself at all in my 20s. Probably even up until I was about 31, I didn't believe in myself.
Well,
You know?
you got it a lot earlier than a lot of people. People in their 50s and 60s still don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
So to get this at a young age, and you know, I said 30 is a great age for me to work with. Any younger is even better, you know what I mean? Because I truly do wish that I had this wisdom, this understanding when I was a lot younger. Not that my life's been bad, it just would have been different. I would have been open to new concepts. I wouldn't be so stuck in, this is the way you live your life. This is the way you do it. To understand, you have to design your life. Not allow circumstances just to take you into this job or this sort of position and stuff like that. To actually design it. How quickly does it come when you take the time to design it?
It's true. And also, I just wanted to add a point of letting yourself be influenced by people, I think is one very
Not
important
negatively.
thing. No, positively.
Don't go on rubber bait. Don't go on rubber
So
bait because someone said we're going to do that.
First, you get rid of the negative people around you.
Yes.
Then you surround yourself with the positive people, the people that sort of believe in you. And then you let yourself be influenced by them. And people that you look up to, I think. People that inspire you. I think that has been a very important part for me.
So who is someone in your life who has inspired you?
Well, yours. You,
No,
of course. But
that,
apart
thank
from you, Kathy.
Yeah, our beautiful Kathy Wong.
Our beautiful
Shout
Kathy Wong.
out to Kathy. We love you, Kathy. And
So-
she's travelling the world doing
She
amazing
is.
things as well.
Yeah, she so we're both involved in the social impact space, and she's just such a go-getter. And I think meeting her, I really had that strong female influence to look up to. I think for a long time I sort of felt like I was a bit alone in my space, but when I met her, being such a strong woman, also actively involved in our space, also someone that's really just such a go-getter and really just sets these goals and does what she can to achieve them, that inspired me because I knew that I could do that as well, but I just hadn't had someone like that to look up to in a while.
Yeah, and she introduced us actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was amazing. So, and I love the fact that I don't want to really say the word ordinary, everyday people are who have inspired you, which is great because it is those people that we do have conversations with, that we do spend time with, and we do start to go, I like the way she does that, or I like the way he does that. I think I'll embrace that into my design, which is really important. Watch what other people do and take on those sort of little concepts. And then I like to say you take a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and then you make your own cake. And that's exactly how you can live your life.
I think so, yeah, for sure. I think we sometimes get confused that if somebody is doing the same thing as you, they're a competition or you're copying them, but that's not it. We all inspire each other in so many ways. The smallest of ways, like for example, how something that someone else is using, maybe you could use that as well, or just the smallest things. And I think it shouldn't be, the word competition shouldn't be used, but rather than inspiration, I think is a better word.
That is a nice word.
Yeah.
I always say I'm only in competition with yesterday me.
Oh yeah, that's great. I love that.
Yes, because yesterday me inspires me to become future me. Yeah. Always learning from things that you could have done better or things that you do exactly the same next time as well. Bianca, I've so loved talking to you today, and you have, I believe, a free guest for all of our a free gift, I should say, for all of our viewers today. So what is that?
Well, to all the viewers today, I'm going to be offering my 2-day virtual assistant packages for the price of one. So basically that means you have me for 2 days to look after your digital marketing. If you don't know how to do Facebook ads, if your Instagram's looking a bit yuck, I will be able to look after all that for you. 2 days worth of work for the price of one. I'm also very efficient, so it's probably 3 days.
I'm sure you are.
Yes.
And you've got a good reason to be very efficient, isn't it? So that you can go into the beautiful playgrounds where you're actually hanging out.
Exactly.
So why sit at your desk all day when you're travelling the world?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the balance.
Thank you, Bianca. I so look forward to following you.
Thank you.
Because I just know by the time you get to my age, and let's face it, I'm double your age at the moment. By the time I get to your age, you get to my age, I'm sure that you are going to be the biggest inspiration to so many people, and you are going to be out there, and people are going to be, I want to be her.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope so. I still have a lot to learn, but yeah, I mean, it's a bit of time, so I'm excited about that.
I still have a lot to learn as well. We all do.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Thank you for being here. I just love hanging out with you. So that's it for another episode of Live Love by Design. As you can see, we have these amazing guests here all the time, inspiring us to actually design a life that we truly want to live and love each and every day. So we can love who we are, we can love our life, and we create our dreams faster. So hopefully I will see you on another episode real soon. And in the meantime, please spend some time looking after the best friend in your life, and that's you. Bye.
Bye.